So now we want to take a look at our testing, trends, and tracing and compare them to our neighbors to the south. Heads up, this story has a lot of numbers and data, so in order to fully understand it, you probably want to pay really close attention. North Carolina has tested more than 265,000 people for COVID-19 since this pandemic began. So is that good? State health leaders say one of their goals is to be able to test between 5,000 and 7,000 people a day. In March and April, that was a real struggle, but not anymore. We've met that goal each of the last 8 days and failed to meet it just once over the last 15. DHHS Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen acknowledges that as more people get tested, we're going to see more positive cases, and that's what's been happening. We've gone from seeing a few new cases each day in March to a few hundred in April to between 400 and 600 new cases each day, most days this month. However, when you look at these new case numbers as a percentage of tests, the dark blue line is heading in a much more encouraging direction. We've been below 10% this entire month and at 8% or less for nearly the last week and a half. The number of COVID-19 related hospitalizations has been a little more stubborn. However, most people stay in the hospital multiple days. And as you can see from the gray bars indicating empty beds, state hospitals are not at all overwhelmed. The last part of the equation is tracing.
When someone tests positive, we want a contact tracer to reach out to them, find out who their contacts were, make sure those contacts who got exposed do get testing, and then you go from there.
Dr. Cohen says we have about 250 contact tracers in the state. She'd like to see more through retraining and new hires, especially Spanish speakers. By comparison, South Carolina increased its number of tracers from 20 to 400 about a week ago and wants to have 1,000 by June. That's not the only metric where the Palmetto State, which opened its restaurants, salons, barbershops, gyms, and pools on Monday, is ahead of us. Their percentage of positive tests has dropped from around 6% to about 3% over the last 2 weeks. The state has performed more than 135,000 total tests, but over the last 2 weeks, they've been testing about as many people as we have, which is impressive considering their population is about half of what ours is. And while we were talking about numbers, the New York Times is reporting tonight that North Wilkesboro ranks as one of the worst outbreak spots in the nation right now. It is 9th in the country when ranked by cases and deaths over the last 2 weeks based on population.